All right, part 3. Welcome back, everybody, to Put the Game On podcast. We completed the NFC, so now we're going to be grading the AFC team season. So just like the last, the first episode, we're going to be doing the AFC North and the AFC South. It's kind of funny how, my team is in the NFC North and your team is in the AFC South.
Yeah.
I mean, AFC North.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the AFC North. That's the Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers.
Yeah, let's get it. All right, I'm going to bring in the first team on the list. It's going to be the Ravens.
Okay, the Ravens. I got the Ravens.
So
here.
Ravens, at first, I had them at a powerhouse of a team, right? Before this episode, before we started talking, before we even started shooting. But you made me question if they really had a great season, right? Like, what was so much different than the rest when they've already been powerhouse teams before? They've been, winning games. So I'm going to have them at elite.
Elite.
I gave them an A-, so they're just right. I think they're the top team in the elite.
Okay.
They just get to the playoffs and they just can't finish.
That's okay. That's a good point. I think that's fair. In terms of the season, we can put it as another elite season. I'm gonna put this season as a powerhouse. They had a powerhouse of a season,
Okay.
and the reason why I would put them right up here, and the reason why is because Lamar has built himself another MVP case. And he statistically did better this year than he did last year.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's even adding.
True, yeah.
That's including the addition of Derrick Henry, another running back who had MVP talks himself. So to be able to do better numbers with a better team this year just shows how versatile this team is. So I will put him at the powerhouse, but I could see the elite argument for sure because it's like, well, they made, they went farther last year.
Yeah.
They went, and that's the same case with the Lions.
That is
we
true.
have them in the powerhouse, but they did not get as far as they did last year. Same thing with the Ravens.
Yeah, no, I agree with adding Derrick Henry should have made this team, a definite full powerhouse. They should have won more games. They lost to the Browns, bro. Come on. They lost to the Browns. No, but let's leave them a powerhouse. They are a powerhouse team. They can go one-on-one with anybody any day. So powerhouse Ravens. All right. Next up, I'm going to bring in my boys, the Bengals.
The Bengals.
We got the Bengals. I have them at just another season. So I'm at a D. They started off the season horrible, right? It was horrible. It looked like it was going to be a failure of a season. We were 1-4. I would tell you guys, yeah, that's it. There's no hope. There's nothing. It's over. But then ended up going 4-8. Again, it's over. It's what are you doing? What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then after that happened, Joey B and the defense kind of woke up. We went on a 5-game winning streak. We ended up winning 9-8, right? Just for us, we had that same record last year. And it's the same thing. Nothing happened. Nothing improved. Nothing got better. The defense got worse, if anything. So,
just another season. I think I'm gonna put them I would put them at a failure.
Yeah.
Just because of the way they failed Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
This was Joe Burrow's best season by far, and the team itself could not hold itself together to support him
At all, bro.
at all. The Bengals should have been up here.
They should have
this
been.
season. They should have been up there. Instead, they're towards the bottom of the half. So
the way they were playing, they should have. Yeah, the way they should have playing against the Ravens. They're playing these guys, these good teams. They were there. It's just a damn defense, bro. Put the defense in failure.
Okay, well, yeah, you gave me the Ravens, so I'll give you this one. Just another season. Where we put it, right above the Cowboys or above the Falcons?
Above the Cowboys.
Okay, gotcha. That's pretty.
I think the Falcons would have gave us a run for their money, so I would
sure
put them under. But yeah, man, I'm hoping for next year we get some improvements done. We get some defense cooking.
Yeah,
we might lose T. Higgins, which kind of sucks.
That does suck.
There's a lot going on this offseason.
You might get Cooper Kupp.
We might get Cooper Kupp. What? He's already injury prone, man. He's older. I mean, we could use a vet, but I don't know, man. Jamar T. Higgins.
It's great. I know.
It's dangerous.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the team that I actually don't like very much. The Browns.
The Browns. F.
Another F.
Straight F. Full failure. Nothing happened this season with these guys. They lost Deshaun Watson right away.
I mean, that's not much of a loss.
That's true. That is true. So Deshaun Watson goes down right away. Then they bring in Jameis Winston, who had this thing going on with him. He was like the talked about guy. They were saying if the aliens came to invade, we'd send them Jameis Winston as our leader.
Oh, really?
There was some random talks about that, just because the way he talks, the way He talks about God and everything.
Yeah.
Then he goes down, and then they bring in DTR, who just, sorry, bro, but can't QB at all.
I know. Yeah,
Nothing happened here. 3-14, horrible season, horrible. Now they got a top pick. Let's see what they do with it.
Let's see what they do with it. I agree. I'm going to put them failure right above. I don't know. What do you the Giants kind of give them a run for their money.
Yeah, they're the same, bro.
They're the same.
They're both 3-14. They're the same.
So yeah, I'd say failure as well. Just terrible season to be a Browns fan.
And they're saying, I know, like with the top pick, they can either go for Travis Hunter or for Shadur Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying Shadur Sanders. They're saying Shadur Sanders does not want to go to the Cleveland Browns. They don't develop their quarterbacks well. Look at Baker Mayfield when he was there.
Right.
Deshaun can't do anything there.
Right.
So
that's a good argument.
Yeah.
Now let's bring in my previous QB's new team, the Steelers.
The Steelers. I have them at a C-.
Just another season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them right below the Vikings.
Yeah. So these guys basically do the same thing every year. They have a positive record, great defense, but they just can't win in the playoffs.
It's almost you know what the definition of going insane is when you do the same thing over and over and over again. It's like I'm sure the organization and the fans are pulling their hair like I'm going insane with this team. Every year positive record, and we get bumped as soon as we hit the playoffs. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
This season, just another season, it could be debatable as a failure because the whole team fell apart towards the end of the regular season and in the playoffs. The offense wasn't clicking.
Yeah.
There was that controversy with George Pickens.
Yeah.
There's that controversy. There's that questioning with Mike Tomlin. Has he already spent his time with the Steelers? Is it time for him to go to another franchise? There were talks about him maybe getting traded over to the Bears. Now that's not a conversation anymore. But it's just another season, but it can be seen as a failure just because of how the season ended.
Dude, they went on I think it was like a 5-game losing streak, bro.
5-game losing streak. Wow. And
because at one point they were 10-3. Like they were like, oh shit, these guys look pretty good.
Yeah.
They beat the Ravens. They beat a couple good teams.
This is another case where there's a lot more questions to be asked after the season.
Yeah. Who's that QB? Are they going to stay with Russell?
Right.
I think Fields might be leaving.
Really?
I think that's why I saw something online. He might be leaving, but
I heard press conference that they're like, oh,
he's going to go to the Jets.
Oh my God, not the Jets.
The goddamn Jets.
Another terrible franchise.
But yeah, let's leave them in just another season. I mean, again, they're doing the same thing every year. They didn't improve. Yeah.
I agree.
Let's leave them there. All right, so that is the AFC North. Now let's move over to the AFC South. All right, first on my list, I have the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Texans, I have them at an A-.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them at elite. I like them at elite only because again they were playoff contenders. The only thing that holds me back is that CJ Stroud had a sophomore slump.
Mm-hmm.
They were a little rusty in the beginning and then midway in the season, but they still have a very threatening defense, and I know CJ Stroud's going to come out even hotter than he did this year, next year.
Oh yeah, they had a great defense. Can you believe what we had them at the 17-0 Texans?
We had them at the 17-0 Texans and then just fell out. I think if they had everyone in, they could have been maybe not 17-0, but like at least like a 14-3, 13-4.
Do you think a lot of what made this year's Texans season kind of like this slump was all because of CJ Stroud? Like, do you think his game was off this whole season, and that's why maybe the Texans didn't go 17-0? Or
yeah, I think he just maybe it could have been personal issues. It could have just been I don't know. They say it's sophomore slump is normal. Like it happens to a lot of players, and he showed it. Like he literally showed it. You can see his numbers were not as good as last year. For a rookie, he looked. We had him as a rookie of the year last year. So he looked solid. He looked like, damn, this is my guy. What did I expected out of him his rookie year? Is what he did. So this year you see the turnaround on just his season, the way he played. But yeah,
I would put them at elite as well. I think the team really this is like a case. This is like opposite of the Bengals, where CJ Stroud wasn't really having his year, but I think his team came through for him.
Yeah,
like the defense, they have a scary defense, right? They have a really good defense.
Bro, put Joey on that team.
Put Joey on that team. But I think, I think they're still elite. Honestly, I think they're still elite
They're a team we're going to see in the playoffs for years to come.
for years to come. Right.
He's going to give Chiefs and the Bengals and the Bills a run for their money every season now.
They didn't like, I don't know, did they improve or they kind of just stayed the same?
They stayed the same.
Yeah.
So, but I think they're still an elite team. There's someone that they're competitive. They're going to give you a run for their money. They almost beat the Lions. They almost beat the Lions. They beat the Bills. So I'm going to keep them that elite.
All right, let's keep them there. I like it there.
All right. Up next, the Colts from Indianapolis.
Yes, the Colts. I'm gonna put it probably just another season.
Yep, I agree.
I'll put it right here.
Yeah, they were 8-9, so nothing too special. Richardson needs some work.
He does.
That the whole team just needs work. I mean, they're a competitive team. Again, 8-9 is still a good record for a team that you don't expect a lot from. But they just I don't know. I don't care about this team. It doesn't excite me. I don't look forward to a Colts game. The only thing I like about this team and what I can say positive is Jonathan Taylor, the running back.
Right.
He's awesome, dude. I had him in my fantasy and he went off.
Did you win this year?
No, second place, bro.
Oh,
I got second, man. I got cooked because I had no running backs.
Oh, really? That's
none.
not bad. So, bro, if you had your season, I'd still put you at a powerhouse because you won the championship last year.
Yep.
Then you got second place this year.
Yeah. I was 8-6 and I made it to the playoffs, to the final.
Two Super Bowl appearances.
Yep, there we go, 2-2.
Bro, my 2-2. My team last year didn't make the playoffs. This year made the playoffs.
Nice.
So
there you go. Improving.
improving. My team's improving.
All right. So yeah, Colts, a lot of stuff to work on. I think Anthony Richardson can get better. I hate what happened when he put himself out. Remember that one game? He just put himself out.
Something had to be like, I don't know. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he has a health condition that he just realized. But I'm not gonna put all the blame on him.
Yeah, it's not
something was up.
Yeah. All right. So we'll leave him there. Just another season. Up next, failure of a season. The Titans.
Oh, the Titans. We'll
poor
put
guys, man.
Right
Poor
there.
guys.
Yeah, the Titans.
Everyone who's in the failure, it just like sucks.
They gave us our first win. They gave us
your defense, bro.
Yeah,
defense looks scary that game.
Another failure for the Titans.
3-14. Nothing's going on there. They got the top pick. I don't know if Will Levis is the guy for this team, man. They're like depending on him so much, they're putting all their money on him. It's like, bro, is he your guy, bro?
I don't know. Well, there will be more to talk about the Titans next season now that they have a high draft pick. So people are gonna be looking at them. Well, let's talk about the Jags. This is a really interesting one.
Yeah. Jags, I have them at an F. Failure of a season.
Failure.
So last year they gave us false hopes, right? They were 8-3. I never forget. We talked about it in like 3 episodes. They were 8-3. They looked hot. They looked ready to take teams down, right? Then they went on a huge 0-4 losing streak. They were 8-7, and then they went 9-8 to finish the season. But I don't know. This season it was just awful. Trevor Lawrence went down. Travis Etienne didn't do anything, and then they brought in Mac Jones.
Oh, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is the backup.
But you know what? I think, is it a failure of a season? Yeah, this is tough because Trevor Lawrence didn't play for the remainder of the season, and I feel like they were finally kind of in the beginning of the season, they were definitely failing, but they were starting to figure their stuff out towards the end. And then right as they were starting to build a little bit of momentum, Trevor Lawrence goes down.
Yeah.
And then that kind of just stopped everything. Everybody gave up. So yeah, I could see a failure, but at that very moment, at that time before he got injured, you could probably put it as maybe improving, maybe just another season. Probably just another season.
Yeah, I wouldn't say improving because improving was last season he was 9-8.
You're right.
The season before they were worse. Right. So, but yeah, good. I mean, I feel bad for them. I like the Jags. They're just
they have a new coach.
Yeah.
I think it's bright, but yes, a failure of a season, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm hoping Trevor Lawrence comes back healthy. Travis Etienne finds his rhythm again. Let's get it, bro.
All right, so that pretty much wraps this video. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like or subscribe. We really want to build something here, and also if you guys have any opinions, maybe someone should be a little bit higher, maybe someone should be lower. Don't hesitate to comment. So this weekend, don't forget to put the game on.
Put the game on. See you guys next week.